So, all this playing Kerbal Space Program has made me very interested in space flight and stuff. So I did some research. And, that system I devised of, having something go into orbit, and then having a lander go down to the planet and come back out to orbit, that's the freaking Apollo program. That's exactly what Apollo 11 did. Michael Collins was in orbit around Luna, while, Neil Armstrong and Buzz, Aldrin went down to the lunar surface to do astronauty. That's a space porno. Anyway, to do their astronauty things when they went back up. And I realized that works because they can be in extremely low orbit due to the lack of atmosphere. I'm trying to do that with Duna, which has an atmosphere. Well, anyway. Off screen, I repeated this mission 3 times. Ugh, and I finally got it. Except one little issue. Little problem. Just a little thing. This. I'm not touching anything, but this is terrifying. It landed like this. But I have to get out and repack the parachutes so I can go back to mine. Also, you can see how much fuel I burned to slow down to land here. So yeah, this lander module is not going to work. I think it's because it's too tall. Again, looking at the Apollo 11 module, like, I thought, why don't I just make my rockets like real-life rockets? Real people went to Luna in real life. I call it Luna, not the moon, because I think it's stupid that we say the moon and the sun. That definite article there, it's unnecessary. We don't say the Mars or the Mercury. So I call it Luna. That's its Latin name, and it doesn't have an article there. It doesn't have a the, and that's fine by me. I also call the sun Sol, which is just much better. Anyway, real men went to Luna, and Luna is much further away and much larger than Moon is in this game. So if they did it in real life, I think I can do it in this video game, right? In this incredibly simplified version of spaceflight. Whatever. Anyway, I need to make this shorter, I think. But right now, we're here, and we got it here in one piece. So let's go ahead and take a temperature reading. And it should be really, really cold. Yes, negative 31. Mars is actually incredibly cold. If you were standing on Mars, and assuming you brought maybe some scuba gear, you would actually die of hypothermia pretty quickly. I know it doesn't look very cold, but it is. Trust me. Because those polar ice caps are mostly made of, I think, frozen carbon dioxide, I think. Oh my god. The Space Kraken. The Space Kraken. The Space Kraken ate my Kerbal. Oh man. I don't know what this means. I can't believe it. The Space Kraken. The game crashed. Oh man. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, so the game crashed. Oh yes, I also renamed this Jeb's house because Jeb is stuck there. Oh my god. It shot my lander out into space. What? Whoa, 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 wait, okay. Tabbed out of the game there. The Space Kraken... You see, we call it the Space Kraken when the physics engine of this game messes up. It seems to me that the Space Kraken took my ship and flung it out into space with no... I don't know what happened to Matt Zahn there. He was gone. Wow. We are on an escape. We are going to escape from Kerbal. We are flying away at 7.5 kilometers a second. Such is the power of the Space Kraken. Well, that really sucks, actually, because that was my most successful mission yet. Oh, yeah, the lander legs are gone, too. Okay. Well, that's annoying. I could still do this, actually, but I would need to use Minmus Station Space Lab. I'm going to just go ahead and delete this. I normally don't use this terminate button because it doesn't really make any sense, but considering the Space Kraken, yeah, I'll do it. So we'll do that. There is no crew. But we do still have this stage in orbit, and so what I'm going to do now is try to at least bring this back. Because, I mean, this still went into orbit around Duna. It doesn't have any science instrumentation on it, but it's still here, I mean. So I could theoretically get this out away from Duna without the lander module on it. This is an interesting concept, though, and I may actually try to land on Ike with this lander, not Duna itself, because I think the science values are the same. Anyway, we have this rocket gone. I'm thinking of launching this asparagus system out into space. What are you doing? Out into space, but not actually separating the stages, and launching it, taking it to Space Lab to refuel, and then launching it all over to Duna. I should have a lot more fuel then. It's going to be really tedious, though. It'll take a long time, but it'd be cool. It'd be really cool. I also want to design a new lander. Oh, jeez! Oh, I forgot it was still burning. I'm so stupid. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't escape velocity. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, well. Whatever. I accidentally burned way too long with this thing, but oh well. Oh, wait a minute. This has no way of landing safely on Kerbal. So, yeah, just never mind. I'll just terminate this. Yeah. Alright. It seems as though these missions to Duna are just simply doomed to fail. I should give them names, too. I should name them after gods, right? Because, you know, like the Apollo missions ran after Apollo. There were the Jupiter missions. Yeah. No, Jupiter was a series of rockets. Okay. So, these missions are doomed to fail. But I'm going to record me... I am recording, right? Yes, I am recording. I think I want to make another spacecraft. I want to make another lander. So we'll go to Duna Bound 3. There we go. After this, I'll give them names that are like Ares or, you know, Aphrodite or something. Okay, so this lander module here, do I have... Okay, we'll delete this and... Okay, so I think what I'll do is save this here as the Duna bound I don't know, lower bit. I'm not very good with names. Okay. And now I'm going to get rid of this lander entirely and start from scratch. I think I'll use the lander can here. I don't know. Then again, the lander can is 2.66. It is a whole 2 tons heavier. Two tons is an awful lot. So actually, I'll stick with this. But, okay, let's see. Well, it could... Oh, that's 4.54. Goodness gracious. No, that's super heavy. Yeah, this is actually lighter. I want to have this be really, really light. I think that's actually, this lander can here is the lightest possible module that I have access to, yeah. Okay. Now, I want to have it be really big and flat. What's the weight of this? 4.5. I wish there was some indicator that could show you the total mass of your rocket. I want to make a new lander here. let's see. And I also want to land on a body that... I could test this on Moon, actually. That would be fine. Let's see. I want to make a body that's kind of long and flat. I like how this one sticks out a lot, but it's awfully heavy. What I could do... Do I have the tiny... I do have these tiny ones. What if I put a bunch of these on the bottom? Can I do that? Oh, I can't do... I can only put one on the bottom here. I thought I could put a whole bunch on the bottom. Okay. And then what I could do is... No, I still like my original idea. Okay, if I use this... These are kind of long, though. I want it to be sort of short and squat. So I might use these to maybe... like have a bunch of these... I want to record all this, me brainstorming this, because this is actually really cool here. A bunch of these around it like this, and then because I want it to be really short, so that the lander legs won't even... In fact, I might even have the engines on the side like this. Well, let's think. What did we do in real life with the Apollo 11 mission? They had the lander, and they also had this kind of chunk on the bottom with some legs on it that they left behind. So I could do that Apollo style. Okay, so I could put a very small engine with fuel on it. Let's see, what is this fuel burn? 0.9 per second. This burns 3.7 per second. It's a bit much. Do I have the tiny... Oh, I don't have the tiny radial engines. I only have this tiny engine here. What if I used... Let's see... Oops. Let's get this. And... what if I rotated this and made it symmetrical? I'm not even sure that'll work. It certainly looks kind of funny, but I could do that and then put another one on the bottom. Okay, let's put one on the bottom, right? And then on the sides, like this, have some. So how much fuel is that? That's about 1.75 tons. And it is how much fuel? It's only what, 135? 45 times 3? I think that's right. 135 fuel. But I could put this little Rockomax little engine on there, and then I could have a fuel duct like that. Oh, here, let's actually mirror it. Like this. You know, actually what I should do is put these on decouplers. That would be a better idea. So they're not clipping through the thing like that. So yeah, we will do this and put these little fuel tanks on like that. Not sure how this will work with the decouplers. Are those even on the decouplers? In fact, wait a minute, I don't think this is even on the decouplers. Okay, now they are. And then we could have these fuel tanks siphon into that, and this could then be oops. This then could detach from... Oh, I need a small parts adapter, don't I? Yeah, I do. Do I have a small parts adapter? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Okay. And we could have this attached to a lander module which has a lot more fuel, something like maybe this. Maybe something like this. Right? And then I could put some landing struts on it like that. No, that's still too tall. That's way too tall. Could I just have maybe an engine on the bottom of this, and then these fuel lines going into the engine? Does that even work? I don't know. I'll have to test this on the launch pad. Put these really down low. Anyway, we're gonna name this after a god now. This will be the, let's see. We're going to Duna, which is the Mars analog. It's red like blood, so we'll call it, Huitzilopochtli. I believe that is how you spell that. Huitzilopochtli. Maybe there's not an I either. Huitzilopochtli. Huitzilopochtli. Oh god, I can't remember. Whoops, I just hit print screen twice. Huitzilopochtli. I think that's right. Huitzilopochtli, and this will be Huitzilopochtli 1. We'll type in the word 1. How about Roman numerals? There we go. Huitzilopochtli 1. Okay. And we're just going to test this lander module here. So I'll put it on some... I'll put... Like this, maybe. And then I'll put this on some of these things. Thank you, tooltip. Yes, go away. Shoo. Thank you. Okay, and now we will test this. We'll put it... What the heck? That was weird. What are you doing, game? Okay, and then I'll put it pretty low to the ground. Because I want this to drop to the ground, but I don't want it to drop very far. Because this actually won't be the part that lands. This will be the part that separates from the lander. Because we won't need the landing legs, obviously, after we've finished landing. So anyway, we're going to put the gear down. I just want to see if this engine can actually burn. Oh yeah, who's our Kerbal here? It is... Desden. Okay, Desden. Alright, there we go. And I will throttle up. Oh. Oh. Well, we know the decouplers work anyway. Let's see. Oh, my mouse is a little bit off here. That's actually incredibly annoying. Okay. There. And now we will separate those. Throttle up. And can my engine actually fire? Yes! The engine does fire. Okay. So I can have... Oh! And this is really, really light. What's my fuel burning here? It's pretty efficient. And we're in our thick atmosphere of Kerbal right now, and we're going pretty high up. I don't even have SAS on, and it's pretty stable. I feel comfortable using 4 times time acceleration with this thing. Yeah. This is really nice. Let's see how high it goes. Obviously on Kerbal it won't go incredibly high, but you know, if it goes this high on Kerbal, that means on an atmosphere-less body like Ike or Min or Gilly or something, you go pretty high. Okay, let's see. What is its altitude here? 23,000 meters. That's really, really nice. That's so nice. I really like it, but I would like to put another fuel tank on it. I know it would kind of ruin the symmetry. Or what I could do is instead of these little ones, I could put larger ones on it. Like these. These are still not a lot bigger, but they hold, I think, twice the amount of fuel. Yeah. They have also twice the mass, but they're only about 1 ton each, and that's not too terribly much. But again, those smaller ones are probably enough. I don't want to put one back here, because then that would throw off the balance, because it was so incredibly balanced. I didn't really even need SAS. Okay. So that's the new... Oops! I forgot to attach the fuel tanks to the engine. It is nice to know, though, that I can attach fuel tanks to engines with the tubes. I don't actually have to have an engine on the bottom of a fuel tank. Of course, I could put engines on the bottom of the fuel tanks. No. Well, actually, when this is done burning, the engine will be pretty useless, right? Because it won't have any fuel tank to burn. So that's actually what I might do. I might put I might put engines on the bottom of these fuel tanks as opposed to on the bottoms of these, on the bottom of this lander module with the I need to raise this up. The bottom of this lander module with the fuel tanks having hoses going into it. Okay, so let's hook these up to the engine. Okay. Actually, I think I could just have it like this, really. The legs should be capable of making it stand. Yeah. Okay, and we'll just deploy the legs. There we go. Turn on SAS, and oop, fix the stage here. Like that. Okay. And go. Ah, okay. So, this engine is not powerful enough to lift these fuel tanks. Or is it? I don't know. It tipped over. More testing is needed. Okay, let's do this. Fix the stage here. Wow, my mouse is really off. It thinks my mouse is a lot further up than it actually is. Okay, we'll turn on SAS this time and throttle up all the way and then fire. Let me put the legs down. Yeah, this engine is not powerful enough to take this up. Well, there it goes. Yeah. And also, if I did this on an atmosphere-less body, it would be a lot more efficient, obviously, because of its, because, you know, the lower gravity and the lack of an atmosphere. So, yeah, as it burned fuel from these, it seems as though it's more and more capable of going up. We'll see how high it goes. The last one went, what, 23,000 meters, so we'll see how high this one can go. The rest of this I'll probably do off-screen. This is a pretty long session of just, yeah, this is almost an entire video of me just building. Might not even make this, but we'll see how high this rocket here goes. This might be interesting, I'm not sure. It's not really exciting like the Great Minimus Escape was, but it's still interesting for me. It's a lot of fun to make these rockets. Okay, so we're almost out of fuel in these tanks. Okay, I'll jettison them. Oh, wow. Alright, now what's our 38,000 meters. Oh, this did go a lot higher. Okay. Despite its kind of weird-looking start. Now, I want to go back to vehicle assembly. And instead of doing this fuel hose thing, I'll just simply have engines on the bottom of these fuel tanks. And also, I'll fix the stage here, so it... hello, game. This game, thank you. It really is having difficulty detecting my mouse. I'm not sure what this is, but whatever. Fix that. My taskbar is in the way because I'm running this in windowed mode. There's really nowhere I can put it. I wish I could disable the taskbar. Oh well. Okay, so we'll save like that, and now we'll try with these engines on the bottom of these fuel tanks, and we'll see if it can go up past 38,000 meters, or maybe lower than 38,000 meters. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's turn on SAS, engage the lander legs. Okay. Throttle up. So obviously it immediately goes up. It goes up a lot more quickly too, but we're going to go through this fuel a lot more quickly as well. So go ahead and go into time acceleration here because I don't really feel like waiting. And also this rocket is incredibly stable. It's also incredibly simple. And we'll see how high this goes. This is really a pretty nice little rocket. Yeah, I don't think this will make us... This will, words. I don't think this will have us go nearly as high. But it doesn't have... Well, the fuel hoses I don't think weigh much of anything. Yeah, this isn't... Oh wait, no, actually, this went to 38,000 meters? Oh yeah, 100,000 meters. This is way more efficient. Okay, and then we can get rid of those. And we almost left the atmosphere. Wait, I think we did. Will we leave the atmosphere? Yeah, we're going to leave the atmosphere with this thing. Wow! Yeah, that's way better than having those dumb old fuel hoses. I wonder what the weight difference there is. Having 2 fuel hoses on it is what? Oh, 0.1 pound. Yeah, the 2 engines on it's definitely... It's actually not that much heavier. And then these detach. Okay, and then we'll get rid of the lander legs. We don't even really need those. And then we can have RCS thrusters on the thing here with a docking port on top. Okay. And that could dock with the new... that could dock with the in-orbit module. I might try this on Moon, actually. Okay. And now this is just for taking off and going back to the command module. So now, what I want to do is make something down here that is capable of planting us firmly onto Moon, and possibly even exploding as it hits the ground. It will explode, so these don't. I also know there aren't any parachutes or anything on this. I'm not worried about that at the moment. I'm just testing the flight here. I want it to be fuel tanks. Nothing tall like this. I want it to be nice and able to land. So I really want these short, squat ones like that. That'd be really nice. But let's see. Let's put this... I do not want it to be even possible for this thing to flip over. So, let's see. What I could do is, instead of having it be at the bottom of this module here, I could have them be at the bottom... Whoa, whoa. Have it be at the bottom of these instead. Or maybe all 3. Ah, but you see, this... There's a problem here in that this could tip over. I'll need some better symmetry on this, and actually what I think I want to do is have this be turned on its side like that. Right? And so I can have the hatch on top, because I think on the Apollo 11 mission there was a hatch on top of the ship. Get rid of the RCS thrusters 2 for now. And then we will reattach these decouplers, except now we can have some better symmetry. We can have tri-symmetry, which will be better for, you know, putting stuff down onto Moon. Okay, so something like that. Oh, that looks really strange. Let's fix it like that. This is going to block our view inside the ship, but small price to pay. Okay. And then we can put the fuel tanks on it like this. Oh god, the game is very confused because I'm doing this sideways. Okay. Put the fuel tanks on like that. Wait, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do at all. Instead, I can have that be sideways, but the rest of it be... Go away, tooltip. Okay. But the rest of it be right side up. So then we'd have to have symmetry like that. And then symmetry like Wow, the game is just simply confused. Right here and right here. Then we could have 4. The hatch being on the front of this lander can is really frustrating. Yeah, I think I don't want to do this sideways thing. I could do it like... Yeah, okay, let's just start over. Okay, so we'll start with the lander can, and then put these on it, and I think we will do tri-symmetry, like this. Something a bit more nice looking, though. Like that. Okay, there we go. And then we'll put the fuel tanks on it like this. Okay, and then they can have the engines on them. Okay, now it's nice and symmetrical. So what I can do here is have a... Let's see, let's have a decoupler right here. And then on the bottom of that decoupler, I will put an engine like this. Okay, and then beneath these other fuel tanks, I will put other fuel tanks, right? I will put, let's get a small parts adapter, which is right here, for each of these. Okay. And then I will have larger fuel tanks. Or maybe not even really larger fuel tanks. Maybe I just have it like that. Oh yeah, I'll need a decoupler, obviously. Do I have small decouplers? No, I don't. Means I couldn't decouple these small parts adapters. And what I might do is just have it this way and hope that I don't even need a small parts adapter. I suppose we'll find out. And then we'll have fuel tanks right like that, and then we'll put the lander legs on these fuel tanks. Like that. And then we can have fuel hoses going into this engine, right? Okay. Oh crap, now I need to mess with stages. Let's see. Let's move the taskbar. Okay, let's see. We will have... Click. This engine fire first. Right, and then these will decouple. These will decouple at the same time that these will fire. And then when those are out of fuel... Wait, no, we want this decoupled at the same time too. So then this will burn away all the fuel in these tanks as we descend onto Moon or Ike or Gilly or wherever. And then we will just have this lander can with these 3 tanks and their small engines launch up into space to meet up with the command module, which will have to have a docking port like that. I don't really understand the point of having the shielded docking port. Oh, I see! It snaps on. It automatically centers itself instead of the other docking port, which you just kind of have to put on and hope you get sort of close to the middle. Okay, okay. Interesting. Alright. That looks pretty cool. That is a nice looking lander. And I might even stick some parachutes on it and think I could land it on Duna. Perhaps. I'll probably try it on Moon first. Oh my goodness, this entire video is just me recording my test. Okay, well anyway, we will do this. Okay. Oh, I didn't space tape it together. Okay, this engine's not powerful enough to lift this off the ground, but it's really just meant to be used in deceleration. Okay, that's not working. I'll off-screen the rest of this. Okay, so I have finished making the lander, I think. I actually just went and added one of the Tier 1 engines to it. The engines you start with at the very beginning of the game, because that is simply meant to decelerate me as I go down to the lunar surface. I'm hoping that wasn't a bad choice. I guess I'll find out. Because I do plan to take this to Moon. Because this thing, while it is very nice and fuel efficient, and it's nice and small too, it is not powerful enough. Oh, wait a minute. What if I just put them on there like that? That's a lot more weight, though. One of these engines is 1.5. This... No, actually, it's the exact same weight. In fact, it's less weight because it wouldn't have these fuel hoses. Yeah. So, get rid of this stuff, and get rid of that, and put this on. Oh, yeah, this is a much better idea. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Okay, and that gets rid of that stuff, and that means that we can have the, and actually the Clampotron snaps perfectly onto the top of the, thingy here. But anyway, we can now have some stuff be on the bottom of the rocket, bottom of the lander here, which is nice, because I was losing space. Actually, let's put the goo canister down there on the bottom. Well, okay, let's think. When we return to Kerbal, the way I've arranged the parachutes, we will obviously have this part up here be the top. And then I was just thinking that maybe I should have these parachutes deployed at a slightly higher altitude. Do I want the ones on the bottom to deploy first? I think so. I think I'll try that. I'll have the bottom parachutes dip. Can I not change that? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. I'll have the bottom parachutes deploy at 500 feet, just very slightly higher. And I think that will help this rocket stay together, because I do want to keep it like this. But anyway, as it lands, it's going to land with this bottom bit going down. So actually, what I want to do is put some more landing struts there. Ah, that's more weight, though. I could actually just do something dumb and put a modular girder adapter. That might actually not be a bad idea. And then that can touch down. Yeah, that's really not a bad idea. I'll try that. Yeah, okay. Oh, and we could put the RCS down there too. Yeah. And so that way we could have four-way symmetry with the RCS boosters. Like that. And then while we're down there, we could go ahead and put these down there too. These RCS fuel tanks. Yeah! I like it! And then that leaves more room on the top here for more stuff. Yeah, I can now make these parachutes come on. I can make these parachutes symmetric now. Symmetrical, whatever. We go like this, and then use two-way symmetry like that. Oh yeah, and they remember that I wanted to deploy at 550 meters. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Much, much better. Yeah. And then I only need one battery. So we'll just put the one battery right here, I guess. And then where to put that barometer? Right here. I know I don't really need a barometer when I'm going to Moon, but I'll go ahead and have 2 just because I have 2 thermometers. Like that. There we go, yeah. And then this side can just have a big solar panel on, I guess. Cool. Okay, so this is my lander. I'm actually going to launch it one last time. Actually, you can right-click on these and have them start deployed. I didn't even know that. Lock suspension. I might actually want to do that. I think that what we'll do is stop them from sort of wobbling around, I think. Okay, anyway, let's go and launch it. Ah, crap, forgot about stages. Okay, let's see. These will use all their fuel and detach, and then these will detach, and these will fire. And I also didn't need the small parts adapter, turns out. And then these will fire. Okay, but actually, I want this to impact the ground at a pretty good speed. And I want to see how well it takes an impact. So, let's see, there's the ground. We'll start it off going about up here, and we'll see just exactly how well it can survive smacking into the ground. Something like this. There we go. No, there's something like this. There we go. Okay. Save and launch. And it should... Okay, and so now we will do that. Nice! Nice, very good. Are these engines... No, these legs are not destroyed. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, wait, yeah, I think these ones were damaged. Whatever, okay. And now we turn on SAS and throttle up and see if this is enough to lift the rocket. It is enough to lift the rocket. Ooh. Didn't anticipate that. That won't happen on Moon, though, so no big deal. But okay, that's enough to lift the rocket. Let's see how much lift we can get from it, though. My controls are backwards again. I'm not sure what's going on there. I do like now that the RCS boosters are down there. That's nice. And also this thing is really, really solid and stable, too. I like that as well. And then when we touch down, these things will hit the ground first, and so if anything is destroyed, just those will be destroyed. Okay, we'll do that. But I want to see what the effectiveness is of these now that we added all this extra weight with the... it's slightly unstable. Though that only really appears in time acceleration. We added all the extra weight with the, you know, science modules and the docking port and the battery and parachutes and, of course, this RCS stuff down here as well. In fact, I probably don't really need that much RCS fuel. In fact, I definitely don't. I'll only bring 2 RCS fuel canisters next time because these things are, I think, like half a ton each, which isn't too much, but it's still there. So without all this crap on it, just these engines with these fuel tanks could actually get me out pretty far into space, way beyond Kerbin's atmosphere. I don't know if that's possible, though, with all these bits and bobs on it. I'll turn on RCS. I mean, I might as well. I have it. Whatever. And that'll help me stay stable. Yeah, I didn't have any problems with stability before, but now I do. Am I still in time acceleration? No? Alright. Yes, we're not accelerating nearly as rapidly here. Let me see. Man, this is actually kind of wobbly. Let me turn SAS on and off again. Oh god, that didn't work. Okay. And detach those. Oh, and I think my parachute's deployed too. Did they deploy? Yes, they did. Okay. Our altitude is 35,000 meters. That's not too bad. I think I'll keep that. Anyway, now I want to test the parachute's capability of bringing me back to Kerbin safely. So we enter the atmosphere, like this. Sometime soon we should enter the atmosphere. Okay. We never actually left the atmosphere. We'll come back down to the surface. Okay, my parachutes are out. It's dark, I can't see. Alright, we're still really high above the surface, though. Where's KSC? Oh, there it is. Okay. Use that as a reference point. Okay, and now we'll see what this deployment strategy I have for the rockets. We'll see what it does. Oh, I left my RCS on this whole time. It seems as though it causes this bottom part to sort of wobble a bit, while this top part doesn't. Well, but I don't want them to deploy at the same time because I'm afraid... Well, if I have them deploy at the same altitude... No, I do want them to deploy at the same time, and this bottom part will reach that altitude before the top part does, so these bottom ones will deploy slightly before the top ones anyway. This seems to have worked, though. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and go all the way to the ground and see what is destroyed. I do like how nice and slow we're going. Let's go ahead and get some material sample. Oh, wow, really? I haven't gotten that sample yet? Huh. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this science then, I guess. Might as well. Since we're here. I seem to have turned off the torque. I don't know what that does. Let's go ahead and get temperature reading. Yeah, we still have some science. Wow, okay. Log pressure data. Cool. What a very eventful mission. Okay, so I know this is a good rocket now. I just need to adjust these RCS boosters, put a little bit fewer of them on there. Okay, now let's see what happens. Wow, it isn't destroyed. Okay, well anyway, let's go ahead and get some more pressure data from Kerbal Shores. Wow, have I not gotten these yet? I haven't gotten these yet. How about that? Do an EVA. EVA reports. Oh, board before it flies away. Okay, and recover. Cool, so we got some science out of that. Really sweet testing of my excellent new lander. I'm going to take this to Moon, and I'll see you all next time.